2nd and 11 now. Moore, the man in motion. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lane, he'll let this thing go for Sanders. And in for the Lions touchdown. The game had been pretty uneventful offensively until that big strike.
No doubt about it. Almost felt like they were just going back and forth a little bit in the first quarter. But in the second quarter, things ramped up a little bit. Things jumped up. And you're exactly right. Going to make a highlight film or two. We'll be watching that one later on today.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me and my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a first or a second seed come playoff time.
Dancing to his left. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So a PI call going to cost him there defensively. What did you see?
Well, I think it's the right call, partner, because sometimes we'll see officials kind of let them play. But by the letter of the law, that's definitely a penalty.
1st and 10, it's Favre. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 37 yards.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Throwing is Favre. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on, you heave one deep when you catch him close to the spot.
On 2nd down, Favre. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And the Lions are going to get the football back at their own 17.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And some room to maneuver. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Throwing on 1st down. Lane. Throw left side complete. That's Moore. Finding room at midfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run good for 24 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Off play action. Lane. That pass complete to Moore. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Back to throw. Lane. Sanders has it over the middle. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. They go back to the ground with Sanders. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Moore, the man in motion. On 3rd down, Lane. And this is going to be incomplete.
Tight defense there on 3rd down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution, because he realized he's in field goal range. No sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
And his kick here is good. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
Fields this way up at the 17. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Favre on 2nd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. To throw is Favre. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives him a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Favre. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And just 25 seconds to go in the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Lane. Oh, going for Sanders downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Moore, the man in motion. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 15 more yards there, and quickly another 1st down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Moore, the man in motion. On 1st and 10, Lane. Again, it's Johnson. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. A final shot before break. Lane. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions would extend their lead here just before halftime. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. Fields the squib kick right around the 30.
Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
They'll throw now on the final play. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. From the end zone, here comes Williams. Williams loses the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Second half will start with a run by Sanders. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Off the play fake. Lane. And he's got the hook up to Moore. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Off the bootleg. Lane. Finding Sanders on the crossing route. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got Sanders on the out route. It's caught. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
taken down.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
So 2nd and 10 now here in the third quarter from Detroit. Looking to throw. Lane. And that's complete to Sanders. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's third down.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. And the delay of game penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8. Off play action. Lane. And he's going to be taken down. Back around the 35-yard line. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. And Ndamukong Suh unblockable there as he got in there to make the stop behind the line.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Tracy Walker. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jamison Williams, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Lions will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point splits the uprights, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fields this way up at the 17. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And he goes out right around the 39. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Got his man. It's driver complete. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Favre. That one complete to Driver. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Again, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and inches.
They'll look to throw again. Throw left side, complete to Sharp. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
To number 84. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Now Favre. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead now down to 20.
Packers 7. Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
To throw again. Lane. Packer pressure, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Moore, the man in motion. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And that'll be incomplete. The flag was down, so they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see. So that penalty will back them up half the distance to the goal line. And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Flushed out right. And now here is another interception. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
That certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
They have still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to find that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And they go play action with Favre. And my goodness, another interception. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Lions are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got a man complete. The 30, 10,
teams to take a shot? Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. Play action. It's Favre. And this one too low.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Favre to throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Ndamukong Suh able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it will be fourth down.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailed by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
They're going on fourth down. It's Favre. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here's another interception. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Lions will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
0, and this is not the way to start a drive. And they'll accept that penalty. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.